Of all these species that bring simple, wholesome fun to Americans, none are so multi-talented or patriotic as the birds. Birds have it all. They're cheap to keep, they're available in a variety of colours and styles, and it seems they're only too glad to humble themselves performing their oddly satisfying little antics. Some might feel guilty watching these lovely creatures forced to do stupid tricks, but fear not. There is a way to enjoy beaked entertainment without remorse or self-loathing. In fact, you'll feel downright cleansed.
Spread eagle, and salute.
Dr. Wendell Hansen has taken the surefire fun of birds and applied it to matters spiritual. Up to 20,000 Americans at a time have been, to say the least, astounded by his Bible bird show, and he's been at it for over 50 years.
Well, what did Jesus have to say? He said the fire is not quenched. It's just fire all the time. Now, we don't want everybody to go to hell, do we? No. We want everybody to be a Christian.
Yes, we go from various churches, Sunday after Sunday, where they want to build up their attendance, because when we come, if they'll really promote it, they'll have the most people they ever had in the church. People come to say, what in the world are a bunch of birds going to be doing in a church service?
A lame man heard about Jesus, and he thought that perhaps Jesus could heal him. Yes, that's pretty bad. How about it? Did Jesus heal you? He did? Well, good. Okay, now you can walk. Now you can walk fast. Good.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Yes, Jesus loves me, the Bible tells me so.
Millions have seen Dr. and Mrs. Hansen and the Bible birds live on their very own TV station or on video cassette, available for purchase after every live performance.
Okay. Now remember, keep your feet off the table. That sound stays pretty good. Hey, there's something wrong, though. Something wrong. Well, you forgot to ask the blessing, didn't you? Jesus always asked the blessing before he ate, didn't he?
Dr. Hansen has spent his life manipulating dumb animals, although I doubt if the crowds that adore him would like being described that way.
During a Second World War, one of our airplanes had one of its engines shot away, and part of one wing shot away. They prayed very earnestly, and then when they got back safely to their base with just part of an airplane and a lot of prayer, they wrote a song. Coming in on a wing and a prayer, coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on.
Even the most rabid evangelist might ask, sure, we're recruiting new members by the truckload, and it's great fun for humans, but don't the birds have a say in this?
People complained about the program, said it was cruel to use birds in that manner. And so they sent an officer in there. We were not aware of it. We were playing it. And he came afterwards, and he says, we have had a complaint, but he says, actually, what you are doing is really teaching kindness.
Right. Okay. Now we're all set for backward somersaults, huh?
Let's face it, wouldn't you be more tempted to go to church if you knew Dr. Hansen would be there? Millions of American Christians are.
All set for backward somersault? Okay, here we go. That's it. You're all done now, aren't you? Oh, no. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Oh, you want to...
Personally, I'd like to see him teach kindness by testing the faith of an alligator or a big, mean grizzly bear. Just as Americans like to see animals plucked from their natural environments, so do they like to see natural environments plucked from their natural environments and packaged in delightfully dumb ways. So from the swamps of Palmdale, Florida, comes Mr. Tom Gaskins, who exhibits nature in a convenient and eye-pleasing way with his Cypress Knee Museum. A cypress knee, according to the dictionary, is a hard, hollow stump that grows in the American South. Tom yanks the knees out of the swamp, peels off the bark, names each one, then encases it behind glass in his museum. But the best exhibit by far is Tom.
These knees that you see like this and that, they were started out to be like these, straight up. That's the typical cypress knee.
So how do they take that strange shape?
Accidental things that happen. Falling limbs, fire, wildlife, logs floating downstream, or just something. Something had to happen.
And so, and do you like when you find one? Do you try and work out how it happened? Do you dwell on this? Do you?
No, I don't care how it happened. That's somebody else's business. That's the man above.
Technically, Tom works hand in hand with the man above. For years, he and his trusty penknife have stunned the botanical community with daring experiments in controlled knee growth.
Now, if you will let me cut you on your knee like that, I think we can make a little bump grow on your knee, like a little bump was there and there and there and like this. Now see, when I first started cutting these, this did not exist, this did not exist, no bump was there. I made them grow by cutting through the bark, and the wood healed over. I started this in 1934, the business, 1934. What's this?
Well, today, 1992.
Oh, right, that's
58 years.
Is that all that is? 68 years?
58.
58 years. Good gracious, I thought it was more than that.
Well, it's not bad. I wouldn't complain.
It is said to be that the tree breathes through the knees, but trees don't breathe through their knees, they breathe through their leaves. But that's what the dictionaries used to say.
Yes, if you really want to get Tom wound up, just mention the word dictionary.
You could look up any dictionary, and it would say in the hard, hollow wood that grows in the South. And they was not hard, they were not hollow, and whereas they grew in the South, I cut them up into Canada.
I don't think we can stress enough just how long the dictionaries were in that situation, because they're not hard and they're not hollow.
Right.
How much would these be worth if someone wanted to buy these off you? Say I wanted to buy one.
I wouldn't sell them.
Not for any amount?
Not for any amount. I mean that.
Why is that? Because they're special to you, or because they earn you a living?
There are no more.
Ah.
There are no more like these. And I've been all over Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, New York, and Europe and England and everywhere looking for these things. I kid you not.
Tom Gaskins is a man who is one with his environment. While my search for dumb fun has brought me fleeting moments of contentment, Tom has found a life of fun and contentment right in his own back swamp. And when would you wear that?
When anybody wants to see it.
Americans love fun, and it's all our fault. After all, when we and the rest of Europe pushed our hardy young folk out to populate this vast new land, we should have given them some guidelines. Be kind to animals, don't show off, and keep the noise down.
Well, more examples of American ingenuity next week in the third and final episode of Americana Rich. Jonathan